I'll explain to you later. Yeah. Or just, okay, we're good. Right. Do you have anything in your life that means the world to you? Is there something that you wouldn't sell for anything? For me, it's the 20 pieces of styrofoam that are lined up in my garage at home and up in my dorm right now. You may be thinking, how could a piece of styrofoam be so valuable to somebody? Well, that's because of the countless hours that I've spent hand shaping each and every one of those into surfboards that I use each and every day. I'll be covering how I made these and why I have so many that are so important to me. I've been shaping boards since I was 10 years old. All of my dad's friends are shapers, and they've taught me all the techniques and skills that I use when I'm shaping my own boards. These artifacts are a huge part of who I am because they not only reflect the loves of my life, but also connect me to my closest friends and family members. So the first thing I'll be covering is how I shape the boards. When you're shaping a surfboard, you start off with a blank, which is essentially just a huge piece of styrofoam, the same thing you'd use for a cooler or if you're packaging and sending something like really far away. Once you have this blank, you determine the dimensions of the board, which is the length, the width, and the thickness of the board, which all play a huge component when you're actually surfing. Once you carve the board down to the dimensions, you have to sand down the rails, which are arguably the most important part of a surfboard, because depending on how soft or hard the rail is, it'll completely interact differently with the face of a wave. Once you have the rails, you have to sand down the deck, and the deck needs to be as symmetrical and smooth as possible, because once you glass it, any imperfections will really stand out when you're surfing on the board. And the last thing is the concavity of the bottom of the board. Now you can have a V concave, which will help you teeter back and forth between rail, or you can have a concave or double concave, which will help water flow as you're actually surfing. It'll keep your rail a bit into the face, and so you can stay on the wave better. Now the next thing is, why do I have so many that I care about? One thing I've found when shaping surfboards is there's definitely an artistic side to it. You have to be able to envision and build exactly what you want, and I never realized there was this artistic side to sculpting and shaping something. The other thing is I'm actually creating usable art. And like if I was going to paint or draw something, I could have it hang up my wall and look at it, but when I'm shaping surfboards, I can actually go out and use the art that I'm actually creating. The other thing is there's just different functions of different boards. If I'm messing around in the summer with my friends, I'll have a longboard. If we're paddling to 20 or 25 foot waves in the winter, I'll have like a 9-foot gun. And so it just depends on what you're using. In conclusion, I hope you understand why these artifacts are so important to me and how they play such an integral part in my life and their everyday use. Thank you.